Welcome back to another TA video with Chart Nerd TA today. I'm diving into XDC. This is on the weekly time frame. And look at that correction there. That's just a beautiful correction. You can see where you've come down to right now, and holding the support. And look at that. You just broken out. I think this week you're currently up around about 27%. You know, it's only Tuesday. Into this week, so that's within 2 days, I do believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, within the past 3 days. Look at that, lovely candles. But yeah, just looking at XDC straight off the back, I just wanted to point out this stock RSI down here because these do offer great buying opportunities. You can see that when you're down here in the floor, look at where you are in the price action. You're down here in the floor. And what you did here is that you came up, ran into a level of resistance, fell back to the EMAs for support. You broke out, ran into another level of resistance for XDC, and then you fell back to this previous swing high for support. And you worked your way up then, and you had more impulsive waves, ran into another level of resistance. And again, this is on the weekly time frame. I do like to keep it zoomed out just to see the bigger picture, but this is looking amazing. You know, I haven't really looked into this chart before, and I kind of like what I see here. So again, look, you're reversing this RSI at the moment. You're looking for, well, you've had again a massive pump at the moment. I probably am expecting a little bit of retracement at some point. I'll dive into the smaller time frames and have a look at that shortly. But overall, let's just get a fib on. So from this low here that you had in May, where you fell on this previous swing high, we'll go from there. We'll get a fib from there, and we'll go up to, that would have been from where you corrected from. So you can see the XDC on the weekly here is running into the 1272. So it had appreciated a lot. You know, it's lovely. But I do believe you're on your way to the 1618, and you're just working your way through these fibs here. Look, you came back for support. You ran into the 050 here. You ran into the 050. You came back for support again. You ran up. You came into the 786, and you fell back to the EMAs, held the 20, and bang, you ran into the 1272. So you're working your way lovely through the fibs. And what it is, you got a little bit overextended. And I do believe that this right here is the 1618 off of a low in 2019 for XDC. So let's have a look at that quickly, because that might give some correlation. So if we zoom out a little bit here and go from, I don't really like this wick, so I'm going to go from the close of the lows here where it was holding support. We go from, yeah, so from that low there up to, so from this low up to the high that we retraced from in 2018, you can see, if you zoom in a bit here, the XDC has literally worked its way up absolutely. Look at that, that's an amazing chart. And look where it's ran into, the 1618. Key level of resistance, and that's from 2019. You've been super bullish, and you know these retracements are just key buying opportunities. Look, when you're down here, when you're down here, when you're down here, when you're down here, you know these are the areas to kind of get involved. Not financial advice, but again, that's just a bit of a zoomed out perspective. You can see you've run into that. Let's look at where you could be retracing to if you do have a little bit of a retracement from here. But I do believe that you are looking to come and tackle up here. So again, my technical target for XDC from this low to this your previous all-time high, which you was recovering to, and you broke out. You had a look at this pattern here. So you had a level of resistance for yourself there, and you had a massive inverse head and shoulders. And you had a technical target, I do believe, from that breakout of that. Look at that, boom. Met it to a T, and then you retraced. So that gives confirmation for that head and shoulders. I'm sorry I'm dragging this out here. There's just a lot to show you. But look, and you ran into that, the 1272, you retraced them. Right now, you're holding again, that you're holding the 0618, which is the golden ratio. Look at that, you've closed on it. Bruh. You've closed on it and just poof. You know, you were squeezed down into this corner, squeezed down into it. That looks like a massive falling wedge, to be honest with you, if I was to zoom in. But you squeeze into a corner and you just pumped out. And as I said, the RSI and the stock RSI are relatively healthy and looking for continuation. So just watch this space here. for XDC, because it is looking good. That is a nominal retracement level. You know, if you did roll over here, because what I can see, if you did roll over, let me get back to that. Look, you had an A, you had a B, you had a C correction, and you fell to the 0618. That's just a perfect example of a retracement. But if you did lose and start, like, because you could potentially also be in a 1, a 2, a 3, you come up now, create your 4, and then your 5 back to the 050. And you know, that's the level of one of the necklines of the head and shoulders, the inverse head and shoulders you broke out of. So that's a potential play. But you know, if Bitcoin starts to behave here and take off, you know, I'm sure alts will follow slowly behind and start picking up. And we're already seeing coins just explode, like Sandbox and Crypto.com, and many alts are already, you know, taking off into price discovery. So let's watch this space. Let's have a look at the daily time frame here and see what we can see. So let me just reset these charts for a minute. Let's say, for example, this is our low right here, where you've had these 3 days here of gains. Look at that, that's lovely. You're starting to come up and, you know, you're above the EMAs on the daily, which is really bullish. If you can fall back to them now, again, I'll look at retracement in a sec. If you can fall back to them, that would be lovely. But you are breaking out of a lovely pattern here, because you've got, actually no, look, you're under this level of resistance right here. Let's get that bang on. Yeah, so you're currently running into that level of resistance there, for XDC, you know, and you can see that you could potentially be in some sort of, let's get that right on it. That could potentially be a massive falling wedge in this correction. You can see that. So you've come up to it here, fell down there, bang, bang, bang. You know, double tested that, found a support, and now you've shot up. But you've run into that. I'd like to see it close. I'd like to see today close above that level of resistance there for XDC. We are pushing for it, and you are starting to flip the switch here a little bit. So this potentially could be your low. It could be your low. But let's have a look into the 4 hour. Yeah, so straight off the back, that's bullish. Look, oh gosh, look where you're falling right now. You're falling back onto that trend line. If you can hold support here, it'd be lovely. But again, you are overextended on the RSI and the stock RSI. You are potentially looking for a roll, you know, to come back down for healthier levels, before getting your continuation, you know. So if you do expect a pullback here, look, you've got the bullish cross on the 4 hour. You've broke out. Come back to the EMAs for support, and then get your continuation above that wedge again, and off you go. Tackle that level of resistance you've now run into, and boom, you're on your way for XDC. So a key retracement right now, on the 4 hour, would be from this high, which is the resistance you've ran into, to the breakout, which is this low here. Because you can see, look, you came up, you found support there, boom, you came down, you created a higher low for yourself. And you came up and you tackled this level of resistance, and you broke out. You broke out the 786. You fell back to it for support. Bang, ran into the 0618, fell back to support, and off you've been. You've just worked lovely through the fibs on the 4 hour. But you are retracing right now. Currently, hold this and start to create a bullish pattern here. As some sort of, you know, could it be a bull flag? You're going to break out and get more upside. But if you do start rolling under and hitting your head on this and losing the 382, I would expect, sorry, that's a bit wonky. If you start hitting your head, coming down, losing the 382, do look for the 20 EMA to hold, or the 55 as these start to creep up, and the 0618 and the 050 on retracement. If you was to start rolling over here, find support on those EMAs and get a bounce, and you're looking for continuation, it would be lovely. So I'm sorry if that was a little bit confusing. The key levels of retracement from now, if you do continue to roll over, are the 050 and the 0618. And the 050 currently sits at 1 cent, roughly. And this 618 is 0.097. So yeah, that's a little update on XDC there. You can actually see here, look, you're holding, on the 1 hour at the moment, you're holding the 236. Because look, you've gone up, you've run into that level of resistance, you've come back, and you're holding the 236, which is also this trend line of the massive falling wedge. So you've broken out and you're holding that as support currently. So let's watch this space for XDC. It's looking really good. I'm sorry to drag the video out. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, take care, everybody. Peace out from Chart Nerd TA. Love.